Okay, so we're doing the Lichess 45-45 League. I think it's like round 7 or something. And I'm playing cerulean. So last time we were in a good match position. We were up like 2.5 to. I think we were up 3-2 actually. No, we were up 2.5 to 2.5 to 1.5. What was it? It was 2.5, 2.5 actually. Yeah, it was 2.5, 2.5. And I lost, losing us the match. Now we're in a pretty dire match situation. We're down 0-3, so I have white. I'm gonna play for a win here. Well, I have to play for a win. That is, if to have any chance in the match. Yeah, and so my opponent here has done a little bit of prep, but I'm not sure if they're gonna play into it. Last I saw, they played d5 into this. I'm planning on playing a ready c4 here. I guess it's characterized by knight of 3 first, but what? And I'm expecting. I think I'm expecting c6 or knight f6. Yeah, so c6. Now my move here, I think I was gonna play was e3, and on bishop f5 or bishop g4 I can play queen b3, I think, as my response. Knight f6, I'm gonna play knight c3. And the idea is only once they play e6 do I play b3 and maybe fiend kid on my bishop, so that my queen has this b3 square. Yeah, but I haven't actually practiced this opening a whole lot. It's pretty similar to what I played, so I was just kind of hoping that this would. I mean, it's just a position. It's the kind of position or opening that I like. You know, slightly better for white. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. So yeah, so once e6 is played, I think I play b3. Right there. So I think of going bishop b2 here, and soon I'll go bishop e2 and castle. Just thinking if I need to remember anything. Should play d4 at some point as well. Need to remember that. What was I thinking? Oh, there's a line here. There's a line here. I forgot. I think it goes g4, and I might. I wasn't really prepared. I'm not sure. I don't really say it's. I wouldn't say I really prepared it. I'd say. I should say there's a line here. So yeah, The idea is g4. If knight takes, then we can go here, and then win this pawn, and then we'll play queen c2 and castle queenside. And it's, well, yeah. The other option, of course, is just to play normally. Probably bishop e2, castle kingside, and d4. Need to remember what the response to this was. I think it might have been just to play rook g1. Okay. What if they do something like knight takes, rook g1, h5, or f5 even? Not sure how tenable that is though. I could play h3 maybe, or even maybe like a knight somewhere. Hit the knight. I guess I can't really go knight many places. H3 seems reasonable. Maybe knight back here or something. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. It's very sharp. I'm gonna be out of book really soon, since I didn't really think that my opponent would go for this. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to pull through. Yeah, I think this line only really works really if they play bishop e7 instead of bishop d6. But yeah. Yeah, open G file. I have attack on the king side. It's a bit concerning with takes, bishop takes, and b5. That could kind of unsettle my king side a little, on my queen side a little. So gotta be careful about castling too soon. But you know, king b1 should be okay. Is this one of their guys? Probably is. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not much more well prepared in this line than he is. I really should have looked at this again. But I didn't have a whole lot of time before the match since it's 9 a.m. here right now. I woke up at like 8:30. So yeah. Okay, well they're thinking for some time, which is a good sign. Ah, man. I was also looking at rook endgames last night, since I couldn't fall asleep, really. So maybe if we get into a rook endgame, I'll have some. Although most of them seem to be draws, so it's kind of hard. So they're gonna go knight takes. Rook g1 is my plan. I mean, yeah, it depends. Wonder what they're gonna try to do. If they're gonna try to hold on to like h5 or something. Might try to play something like knight e5 as well. Like h3, h5, h3, knight e5. Can take g7. Yeah. There's some opportunities maybe. It's just kind of sketchy. But yeah. It kind of gotta be ambitious, I think, since the remaining three of us have to win in order to hold a draw in the match. Now, take here is knight h5 anything? Doesn't look like it's much. I'm gonna take. I think their plan might be to play rook g8. Rook g8, can I? Okay, they want to play rook g8. I can take and then play queen c2 probably. And then they play knight back. Yeah, okay. Okay, hold on. Maybe is there anything more ambitious than that? Do I want to take here at any point? Take and open up the C file. That's the problem. Yeah, gotta take here. Maybe they're playing bishop here, but I don't think that's any good. I'll still have the open G file. I can just retreat my rook. After something like queen c2, there will, yeah, there'll also be ideas of taking and playing knight there. Okay, so they want to exchange rooks by the looks of it, which makes a lot of sense. They don't want a whole lot of sharpness, so I'm gonna play queen c2 with tempo. They'll probably have to defend with knight here, and then I think I have an idea of playing takes. Pawn takes I probably want to take with the c pawn. They might take with knight. If they take with the knight though, I'm happy just playing this. Knight takes, pawn takes. No, I don't think that's great for me. But if knight takes, I might have something with I don't know, maybe I should just play d4. Well, okay, anyway I can preserve this rook. It doesn't look like it, so I'm gonna take it, and they're gonna take. Well, I'm considering, like, rather than queen c2, I guess, should I be? Yeah, so knight takes, because there's actually some ideas, right, with queen c2, if knight takes, queen c2, pawn takes, knight takes, I can just grab h7, I guess. So I'm gonna go for it, I think. Well, they can also play h6, right? But then there's still takes. They could take with this pawn, but then I'm more happy castling queenside. Yeah, and the king is not gonna be that comfortable either. So I'm gonna go here. I think I play e5. I think I can take. Well, okay, they don't have enough defense then for d5. Okay, queen c2 seems reasonable. Although I really want to think more. What if like bishop f6? I take here. Okay, they have to defend the pawn probably, so knight there's probably forced. Takes. They could take. If they take with the c pawn, my plan is to play knight here, threaten this, which is probably a bit uncomfortable for them. Also threaten to take, and then take on h7. Then I also have rook c1 ideas. So maybe they had to take with this pawn. And then what do I have? Then I don't have much, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like I have that much in that position. Maybe there I just castle queenside and... Or I can play bishop. I can also play bishop e3, d3. Bishop d3. Then they can't really. They have to move this pawn probably. Yeah, I don't know. This knight is kind of annoying. I need to reposition it, like probably e2 to like d4 or f4 is my plan. So let's go queen c2. I guess they could insert an in-betweener with takes here. After bishop takes, knight here. I mean, I'll have a central majority if they do that, right? Yeah, I'm playing rather quickly. I mean, I also have ideas of this, right? So I have to be somewhat careful. Idea was to take here, knight takes, so I can take here. So pawn takes, I can go here. Send this fork. They can move the rook maybe, or they can cover it. If they cover it though, they can't really cover it that way. And how else are they gonna cover it? Actually, they can't cover it. They probably have to play rook there. It's actually kind of nasty. I'm just gonna take. Since I spent some time calculating this, and it looks like they're moving rather quickly, so. Now, once they take this way, I need to figure out what to do though. I had some ideas with bishop d3 or just castle queenside, and then after I move my bishop I can swing my rook over. Probably see the idea with this, so they're probably gonna take this way. Okay, so can I make anything happen with like e4 maybe? Or like knight here. Say they play h6 there. That's kind of grim. I think there's much I can do there. I mean, play this, they play h6, right? So yeah, probably best just to cancel queenside and accept, you know, a reasonable position. Okay, wait. So they're going for this. So knight b5. So maybe this will give me more of a chance. Since it's very hard for them, right, to cover this. They can't cover it with their knight. They probably have to move their rook, and even then, this will be a threat, and then they had to move that way. Can I do anything with like takes? I go here and then rook move. I can just take a pawn as well. That doesn't seem that enticing. It's not that enticing, but pawn is a pawn, right? Okay, so knight here. Let's say rook b8, since I don't see really any other response for them. I could force the king to go to f8, or I can take a pawn. Take a pawn, what happens then? Take a pawn and get the bishop pair. It's pretty enticing, I must admit. And there's also the threat to win another pawn with this and takes on each. Yeah, I mean it's just very, very enticing. Probably knight b5 is happening no matter what, and we're gonna have to figure out what to do after rook b8. Rook b8. Take here, and then take on there. I could play rook c1, or I could take on a7, or play knight c7. Probably taking there is the least good option. Or is it? Because I take here. Yeah, because then they're on my rook. So I want to play rook c1 before that happens. Probably. Important to note that after knight there, if they play this, I can play a knight back for free. So after knight there, I could play rook c1 as well. Like, after rook b8, I guess they can play a7, right? So, okay. That makes sense. Well, their bishop would still be trapped, though, so if there's, like, this weird thing that... Oh, but they could play rook. They could play knight there, right? Okay. Well, I'm gonna play this. Probably just grab the pawn and then see what happens. There's some merit to putting the king on this square, right? But, I mean, not that much merit, actually, since they're probably not... I mean, they can't cancel queen side, they're probably not going to cancel queen side, so probably the kings are going to remain in the middle anyways. So, yeah, I think I favor taking on a7 in that position. Now, the question is... After rook b8... Okay, taking on a... Oh, they're not? They're not doing it. Wow, okay. They're just gonna go for that, eh? Well, okay. I can deal with that. Wow, king there. I was actually not expecting that. Well, I should have really considered that too. Okay, let's do rook c1. Rook c1 seems reasonable. I'm not sure how reasonable. It doesn't seem like it's that useful, actually, since this rook is guarding the pawn and stuff. I could force the rook to b8. Rook goes to b8. And that knight seems like it might be well placed, right? Because actually after knight c7, rook b8, knight g5, how are they going to keep... They can't let e6 fall, so either they move their king, yeah, they move their king, and then takes on h7, takes on h7, takes on h7. It's a mate threat, so they probably have to move their bishop. And I can move my knight back. That's actually a pretty attractive line. Keeps a lot of threats in the position. There might be something like bishop. There might be after. Is there something like bishop d6? No, okay, wait, so rook b8, knight g5, what is the response there? Probably, yeah, what would you do there? I mean, it's hard, right? You gotta defend that somehow. You try moving your knight, maybe. Knight c5 could be an option. Yeah, that could be an option. Knight c5. So my knight on c7 would be hanging there. I could first take on h7, and if they take, then they can't take on my knight just yet. They'd have to defend the mate threat somehow. Bishop. Oh, there's bishop. There, isn't there? It's bishop f6. That's a problem. No, bishop f6, queen h6 check. Wins the bishop. Okay. How else can they respond? I mean, knight c5 seems like the best response, right? The only other move would be like knight there. Or move the queen. You can move the queen to here, maybe. How good is... No, they can't move it there, it's covered. So knight b6 could happen. On knight b6, then what do I do? It's the same idea, except it seems like the knight is worse placed on that square, and I'm guarding this, so I don't have to necessarily go for this right away. But I probably would go for this. Take, knight takes, queen takes, bishop here. There's no bishop there. There are no knight moves. Probably knight c5 is what I'm gonna face. Knight c7, knight c7, rook b8, knight here, knight c5, rook on b8, knight on c5, knights there and there. I take here. If I take there, probably Knight takes is forced. They could play king there, maybe. King there. I can just take the knight with check. Take here. Queen takes. No, okay, wait. Okay, what if... Yeah, what happens? So there's a knight on c5. If they play king here, what happens? Well, maybe I can play, like, queen. Oh, I can't play queen there. Knight takes, bishop takes. Then I could save my own knight. Or I could threaten their knight, perhaps. Since their knight would be hanging in that position. I'm gonna go for this. Seems like the best way forward, I think. And all the rook c8 stuff doesn't... Rook c1 stuff doesn't really look like it's very amazing. Since this rook is guarding the pawn and my queen is leading the battery there. There's this stuff, but they could just move the pawn. Oh, I spent a lot of time on that move. Hopefully it was worth the wait. They could play king after knight here. They could play king there. No, they can't play king there because I can eliminate that and then take... No, they can do that because they can take back with the knight. Huh. It's tricky. Knight g5, do you king g8? King g8. I mean, on principle, it looks like that should be... It should just be busted, but it doesn't look like it is. Knight g5, king g8. Maybe I can play bishop. No, I can't. I can't do that actually. I could just play rook c1 in that case, or bishop d3. Both seem reasonable. Bishop d3, h6 though. Bishop d3, h6. I mean, I could do a double knight sack there. Threaten queen g6. But then they have queen d8. Bishop, queen d8, bishop b5, is that annoying? The line I'm thinking of is knight here, king here. Takes, the queen is under attack. Wait, no, it has to be h6, so it's like this. And then we take on here. Well, we play, it's that with these two moves inserted. Knight g5, knight g5, king there, bishop here. Could also castle queenside and then threaten rook g1. I like that as well. Okay, I think that has to be good. but this knight's gonna be kind of iffy, right? Could get trapped at some point. Then we'll have to sack on e6, probably. Yeah, it's very iffy. Try this. Knight g5. Let's see what the response is to knight g5. I have to figure out if it's good first. Knight g5, bishop d3. Knight g5, king h8, bishop h6. What if I castle queenside there? Threaten to play rook g1 and mess him up. Wait, my knight's hanging there. I mean, I could just play knight there. Knight h7. The king would have to go back to... So after... If I go knight h7... Knight takes, bishop takes, the king would go to f8. There's no sack here just yet. If I could somehow get rid of that pawn, that would be on. I could play bishop here in that line, maybe. Yeah, I think I like that. I think keeps my, it's the best winning chances probably. Keep things sharp. I mean, I could even play bishop takes, right? Or bishop h7. Yeah, bishop h7. They could play king h8. No, they can't play king h8. So they probably have to play king f8 there. It's either king f8 or king f7. King f7 loses. Actually, they both lose. Whoa. So bishop here seems pretty strong then. They'd have to play is probably. They had to play that. King here, bishop here, knight takes, bishop here. They could play something like bishop here threatening this knight. Maybe I just prematurely sacrifice my knight. That, or I could just hit the bishop. That's always an option. I have to keep that in mind. Oh, no one's actually watching my, well, Deepax isn't watching my game. I guess these guys actually aren't on my team. This guy, Prestino, was on my team last season. I think it was like my board 4. Push pawn. He was a substitute for our board 1, I think, while Deepax was gone. Okay, well, it's happening, so let's see what happens. I mean, keep in mind that they don't have to play king g8. Wait, there was that line with knight c5 that we calculated a bit of. But actually after knight c5 I can just... actually no, that's probably not worth. No, it's definitely not worth. Okay. What did we say of knight c5? It was takes, takes is mate threat, so they probably have to move their bishop or something. Let's say bishop there. No, not they can't do that. They have to move their bishop somewhere else, like bishop. Oh, it's actually really tricky for them, isn't it? Bishop g5 maybe would be called for, because there's also the because if they just move their bishop like here, then there's still the idea of queen here and then king here, and then we give this check and win the queen. So there's some problems there. So if knight there takes, then king g8, what happens then? I mean, I could always do takes, and after this, take this, and I'm up a piece, and that. Oh, but they're on my rook. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit unlucky. Yeah, unlucky. Yeah, so king g8. Maybe there's something better. I want there to be something better. Knight takes. Oh, they played that really quickly. So there's also knight takes ideas, maybe. Oh, but the knight's guarding that. So yeah. I mean, look, I have to at least. I think I have to go for this now, since. Yeah, otherwise I'm just losing this piece, probably. I mean, I could have just retreated maybe, but I don't know if I like that position. So king g8, maybe there's king g7 as well, but no, actually that doesn't seem like that's any good. King g7 might just lose to, like, I mean, this knight is hit twice. But it doesn't look like it actually loses to anything. Well, king g7, I can probably just take here and save my knight, be up a pawn. And then I would be threatening to do, I guess I wouldn't be threatening that. I guess I could play this, and then be threatening to do that. Knight takes, okay, so queen takes. Queen takes forced. Maybe it's good to play the move fast, get my opponent, rattle my opponent a bit. Maybe think that I calculated all this already. Actually, knight here actually comes with a threat on a7 as well. Although I'm not sure how much I'm willing to win that pawn. They might get too much time in return for that. Like, because bishop here. Nah, that's actually okay, maybe. But this position actually looked kind of grim for them, because bishop there is met with this. So I think we were saying bishop g5 is forced. Was it forced? And I give this check, king goes here. King goes there. If there's any way to attract the king away, then I could then take the queen. Yeah, so bishop there. Okay, there's also this bishop check, right? This bishop check. King there. Wonder if there's anything. I could also just play this, right? Yeah, but the question is there a killing blow here? Like, what about bishop here? Pinning the knight. Maybe there's an idea with... Well, actually they can take too many ways, probably. But I mean, like, knight takes... There's like this bishop check. Which actually, I think forces... Well, actually knight can't take because the knight block, you can just take the bishop block, there's mate. Okay, so pawn takes. Then there's maybe queen here. I mean, there's still queen here. I should take that into account, but I mean, there's queen here. I mean, the king still has to go there, right? So it's whether or not I want my king here, or my queen here. Like queen here, king here, I could win the bishop. King goes there, I can then take the queen. Yeah, that's winning a piece. Yeah, it looks like that's winning a piece. So actually, maybe that's the simplest. Give this check, king there, forced, take this. Where do they go? They play f6, but that doesn't do any good. Oh, well, I mean, okay, if I want to be fancy, then I can try this. But after that, after bishop takes, it looks like I don't have anything. So probably let's do this. Yeah, let's do queen g7. And then we'll do takes here. So takes, king goes there. Take here, king takes, retreat my knight. It seems like that should be winning. What if like king there? I mean, no matter what, well, the only other line would be f6, but I can just take f6 and it would be the same position. What if there's like a stronger line though, with like bishop there? Wow. Oof. Nice, managed to bring it home again. I don't know. I don't know what that was though. They moved really fast. Like, really? They just took. I think their biggest mistake was taking here. I should say good game. So yeah, the probably biggest mistake was taking here. See what the computer thinks after that. Yeah, the computer doesn't like that move, but it says I played not accurately. It actually prefers knight here. Interesting. I wonder why. H6. What? Okay, I'm threatening this, obviously, so we'll say this. Really? They go for this? What is it? 3 pieces up in exchange? Yeah, I guess. So it says king there though is the best move. So like what happens if you just like play this? Takes. Let's see it. Takes. Oh, there's okay. There's that idea. Interesting. Nice. So yeah, I managed to win that. It's interesting that the computer doesn't like. Actually, now it likes it. What's going on? Oh no, I wanted to play. Yeah, I wanted to play knight g5 in that position. Interesting. So king f8 instead of that. I want to play that. So here it thinks they have defense. Knight c5. Apparently, that's okay. Yeah. So I was looking at this line as well. I was thinking takes. Wait, was I thinking that? Oh yeah. I think that was inaccurate. What was I thinking for this line? Because it wasn't in this line that I was thinking. It was like in the other line where they played king g8 earlier. So yeah, they want to do this. Takes. Well, that makes some sense, right? But I mean, you can also do that. Takes. It wants to do this so that this way you get the. What happens if you walk up? What happens if you walk up? I gotta figure this out. You walk up, probably just takes. You can't take there, so you have to take here. In fact, you can't take there because, wow, so that's interesting. These knights are like mutually defending each other. If the king goes here, because after, like, just to illustrate, king here, you can't take here. Oh wait, you can't take there. What was I thinking? Well, I guess you get saved by this resource that the knight is having. I was thinking you can't take here either because there's this knight fork. Oh, well, I was thinking that you can't take this way either. I guess king takes does work, right? But it runs into this. Interesting. Okay, nice. Managed to win it. Woo. And it was a short game too, so less than an hour. Although it doesn't like. Yeah. Spent a lot of time calculating here. So actually more accurate would have been knight g5. So interesting. So knight g5. Wait, what did I do? They played king f8, knight g5, and so I'm threatening this pawn. I was thinking h6 here. Still likes this. This is such a computer line though. I don't think you can really go if it like really you sack on e6 so they can play this and win the rook. I mean, like, this knight could even get trapped, so it's not. It's kind of speculative, isn't it? Yeah, you'd have to see that you can't. There's no way to win this knight on a8 back, and it's. I mean, even like a knight on a8, it's not that great. Oh, that rhymed. Anyways, so I like this move, knight g5. I think it's probably better. But yeah, I think they found the best defense. Since we looked at king here, bishop here. Ah, they have this. For some reason I was all looking at h6 because there's like this idea, right? Interesting. Yeah, the computer announces mate, and I agree with it. So let's see. Yeah, here I can just. I mean, this is also just crushing up a pawn. h7 is falling. No way to really defend it. No, I mean, I guess there's knight here, but I can just take it. In fact, do I even take it there? I don't know. King. Wow. Computer plays king too. Nice idea though. Like swing the rook over. What about castling king side though, or queen side? Take that. But somehow you can't take. Wait, what's going on? If you castle queen side, they can take on e4, but in this position they can't take on e4. Rook g1, knight back. It's a mate threat. What's going on, man? I don't understand this. It's going here. Wow, these computer lines are just so crazy. Okay. It says they're losing by a lot. I don't know, it doesn't seem very straightforward though. Like, but okay, what's the idea here? So knight takes, you play rook g1. It's not winning as much somehow. Do the same thing. Because they can play this. Why can they play this? I mean, couldn't they just play this in the other line? What's going on here? Knight e4, knight takes. Knight f6. So king e2, knight takes. So okay, let's look at why this is refuted. Takes, f6, take, go back, and it says queen c3 is the best there. Okay, so and here if you do this and they do this, and you do this and you do this and you do this, it's much better. Your king is better. They're saying your king is somehow better placed on e2 than c2. Oh, because you can. I mean, I guess there's this idea that the king on c1 can be sometimes. I guess in some lines there's like a queen takes with check. Okay, that's interesting. And also crazy. No way I would see something like that, but okay. I like the way I played, and it looks like it ended up working out. This g4 idea coming into play. I don't know. They played rather quickly. So, yeah. Yeah. What's this? Yeah, I thought this. I agree. I think this was just a normal game. Wow. Next night there. Interesting. I think I would have tried this. Right there. Well, maybe I wouldn't try that because I do want to play d4 at some point. Probably. I might want to play d4 at some point. Well, I don't know. No games in this position. Interesting. No games in this position? Nobody's played g4? Surely people have played g4. Only one recorded game of g4. Interesting. And they castled in that game. Really? Castle into this? Seems kind of sketchy, man. I don't know. Computer likes it. Okay. So we go for this. Wait, where were we? So we were in this line. Yeah, just play normal moves. Well, what's that move? Get out of the pin, I guess. But I mean, really thinks this is the best line to play? Kind of doubt that. I feel like white could have won a pawn or something. Really? What about like castle's queenside? What do you do there? Knight there. I mean, there's this. Okay, I see. So with this, there's a bot in here. Veterinary computer? What's that? I mean, what's going on with that? So what happens if knight here then? Still wants to play bishop here. Interesting. But now there's this whole bishop takes, like if I play rook c1 or castle queen side, and now there's this whole takes and take here thing. Okay, but I think this is a good. I think this is a good. This would still be a good position for white. Like, you know, relatively even, you know, double-edged, but I have like a very nice bishop. Yeah, I don't know. This queen's very nice, hitting h7 and stuff. h7 is pretty weak, but yeah. Okay, well, I guess that might be it since we ended so quickly. Okay, so I guess I'll stop now.